Waterrock Knob, about 10 miles from Cherokee, is part of the Plot Balsam chain, which lies between the Great Smokies and the Great Balsam Mountains. Here is the view. Need I say more? There is a steep trail, and before long you reach an overlook which we thought was the place to reach. Views of the mountains are the usual stunning, and you are immersed in the plant life. It's all around you. Wildflowers add little accents and attract bees, so critical to the ecosystem. The trail continues on, but we had a misconception.
So we have come up these stairs and up this hill. We thought there might be an overlook up this trail, but there just seems to be more trail. Yeah. So I elect we go back down to the view.
I guess the view is the end, but there's more trail if you're hardcore. We're not.
I thought there might have been like an even higher view up here, but I guess not. There's a lot of pretty wildlife on this trail.
Yeah, pretty flowers.
So walk with us as we go back down this trail.
But this was only the beginning.
Sorry for the shaky cam. Handheld. Morning dew still on the plants.
You'll want to linger for the little pleasures, the flowers, the fresh air, the serenity of the mountains.
It's got a lot of logs for steps. Pick up in the woods. I have stone steps at this point.
We make our way back to the overlook to share less than informed insights.
Much of the rock is covered in lichen. Moss.
And you can see the Blue Ridge Parkway really good. And it's neat to see how it's just cut into the side of the road like that.
Yeah.
On the mountain. Hi, so we were up here taking in the view, and it's very nice, but I think we've concluded that if you come to the Welcome Center in the parking lot, that's really where you get more bang for your buck as far as the view. That's the real stellar wow factor. If you're motivated, you can definitely make the climb that we climbed. We're not sorry we did it. We got a different view, a different perspective, and it was fun. But we were definitely saying, we're pretty in shape for flat running and walking, but I think in the future we might add some inclines in our training just to be able to climb better. So you could definitely do it. You just might want to, train.
It is a nice little view. The best view, at least that we came across so far, is down in the parking lot, like Stacey said. And but if you're a trail climber, if you're used to trails and knock yourself out, it's great. We run. We're half marathoners, and we kept having to stop because our hearts were pounding, and yeah. So so if you're not a physical person, basically what I'm saying is,
yeah, don't drink like a gallon of coffee and run up here because you'll die.
Yes. So yeah, just use common sense like anything. And but the best view does seem to be down in the parking lot. If you're a nature enthusiast, like you like botany and
yeah,
insects,
the plants up here are really pretty.
Yeah. So yeah, if you want that,
And it's definitely serenity. I mean, there's people down here, but we haven't seen anybody walk by up here. We've had a moment of solitude, so that was nice.
That was nice.
Forget everything we just said about the trail.
Okay, so we decided to make the trip after all.
Oh, we're idiots. We'll explain it later.
We met some guys from Florida. They said there's a stunning overlook up here. So.
And our better judgment says we won't do it.
Right.
There's stuff here.
So from the parking lot to the actual overlook is a half-mile trail that gains over 400 feet as it ascends. and we nearly missed it.
Okay, so we're tired, and we just gave this little speech about how you don't have to climb, and then we met these climbers, and we're like, oh my gosh, there's an awesome view up there. So we have no water, and we're gonna climb this, and it's not smart.
This is where our little stand-up starts to ramble a little bit.
That was a tight stand-up, shut up.
Look
Is that where the bickering happens?
at this trail. This looks like something out of Western. I can see.
Oh, it's probably up there.
Oh yeah.
We got this.
I could totally see cowboys and drifters.
Ryan loves cowboys and drifters.
I love the world in which they lived. That wild country.
I think it's not having any responsibility. I'm going to talk to anyone.
And the country.
That's what I think you were going for. Solid. And no job.
But look at that beautiful blue sky above the trail.
I do want to say that Brian advised to not do this.
Oh yeah.
I did advise against it, but playing safe makes for no memorable experiences in life. And here we were going to have an experience. Along the climb, God's Own Theater displays various scenes of a geologic play whose characters fill every piece of the stage and take your breath away. Or maybe it was the exertion. All I can say is my hat is off to the men who carved this trail out of the wilderness. There were others on the trail today. A family.
Was he carrying her? Or was she doing
Yeah, she was on his back, kind of like a monkey, you know.
And the climb continues.
So far, this is not as horrible as Clean and Stone.
That's true.
We paused to study the beauty and catch our breaths.
I think we're close.
We have to be.
I had never loved the mountains. I was a beach guy. But in recent years, Stacey and I started to come, and I truly fell in love with this land. These are among the first mountains our forefathers reached on their westward journey, and there were no highways. They have appeared in song, story, and poetry for probably longer than has been recorded, and continue to inspire and refresh now, and hopefully for centuries to come.
Oh, smell that.
Is it the flowers?
Yeah, it smells really sweet, like lemons. Smell it?
Rock face. Wow. Has Stacey beat me to the top?
After climbing and stopping a lot, one final push and we reached the top of Waterrock Knob.
We made it.
Oh yeah, I just want to say that if you climb Klingman's Dome first, this is nothing. This is way more fun than Klingman's Dome. So if you do have the torture of going to Klingman's Dome, this is the payoff. Nothing will ever be as horrible a climb in your life.
As of now, we are already planning to climb Klingman's Dome again. The parkway is just below and the sound of passing cars carries clearly. Atop this mountain, all required of one is to sit back and contemplate the absolute grandeur of this slice of the Carolinas. The view that is today a treat for the traveler who is game enough to climb a trail, but in the early days was called home for the hardy mountain people who chopped a living out of these deep and wild forests. We took some time to take it in and appreciated what we had made the climb for. And then,
Okay, so a bonus. We're up here at Waterrock Knob and we've climbed to the top. Well, this gentleman has come up asking if we know about the plane crash. Plane crash? Stacey has directions.
such an opportunity was not to be simply tossed aside for something as trivial as no water. It is on. So the instructions say to go back X number of feet from the top, and there would be a dim side trail.
Taking the dirt path, there will eventually be a paper sign nailed to a tree.
Would you like me to go first? Because I'm wearing boots and long pants.
Okay, some snakes.
Okay, so Stacey thinks she has found the path to this plane. This is the first I've ever heard about it, but when this guy came up, I was like, oh, heck yeah.
He's probably like, I would love to not do this with 100 people, but we're going to find out.
Slippery rock.
Okay. So you're going to eventually see a paper sign nailed to a tree.
These roots we're walking on are slippery,
And that's
so be
the
careful.
orange-yellow flag, the dot you were talking about.
Uh-huh. It's for the... Okay.
Walking this side trail is quite a bit more challenging than where we had just been. Natural is a good word for it.
Be careful, I don't want to guys happens to me.
We'll sign a waiver.
What's your name, sir?
Victor.
Victor.
I'm Stacy, and that's Brian.
Oh, nice to meet you.
Nice
guys.
to meet you.
If I catch glimpses of this thing, what I'm going to do is step aside and let Victor get the first look at
I
it.
know, right? We're totally
No, don't worry about it.
adventure.
It's enough. It's enough space for everybody there. Oh man, that is
Victor was a good sport with a truly agreeable nature.
Okay, I see a piece of paper on a tree.
Okay.
We're on the right track.
They said it's kind of look over there. Be careful.
This sign was helpful.
Browning Knob, 1/7 of a mile. Mount Lynn Lowry, 1.7 miles. Oldfield Top, 2.7 miles. Plot Balsam.
This sign was not playing around.
Oh, be careful.
This trail is not maintained and gets hazy at times, so close attention is important. It's only 7/10 of a mile to the plain, but it's rough, so the pace is slow.
Okay, I do see yellow on these trees.
Yeah, so it's just as long as you know where the yellow is,
Be good.
you're good.
It's supposed to be both sides, right? Yellow mark.
Oh yeah, I see what you're saying.
Right. Yeah. It's when you go back, so you're gonna see it too.
All right. Okay, it goes down this way.
The road is closed, right?
Yes, it's true. We could follow the traffic.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, there's yellow on that tree. It's thick down in here. Alright, this one is gonna be a little trickier.
I got it.
Got it? Watch out for animals.
Oh, bears.
It's a really good trail, as it isn't the usual smoothly constructed walkway, and though not far from the road, it is a wilderness environment.
Oh, man, look at it, it's so pretty.
Be here.
Some waterfowl fussed from just off the trail, not comfy with the intrusion into his world.
Oh, it's right here.
Yeah, it looks like a head.
It's like, you don't want-
We chatted as we walked, an unlikely party of strangers throwing caution to the wind. Victor was great company and had an infectious enthusiasm for this little venture.
June, July.
Peach season peaks in June.
In June, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And we haven't had a good crop the last 2 years. We had too much rain.
Oh.
And then
We stopped to look on several occasions for the telltale plaque that announced the location of the plane. Several occasions that ended up with no plane, and we knew there was a possibility we wouldn't find it.
A yellow. Is it?
There's more yellow down here.
I don't know where the top of the knob is.
Yeah,
Oh. Maybe when you. I don't know.
there's no telling.
He said it's like a lot of people not find it.
Okay, so we've been walking for a while, and that's our view from where we are now on this trail.
Yay!
And Victor found the plaque.
Thank you very much. It's you.
Yay, Victor.
That was awesome.
Victor spotted the plane and forged ahead.
Wow.
We were glad he got to see it first, because as we saw it, it was his adventure. I'd have shown you the plaque, but as I realized by now, it wasn't the plaque Victor saw, but the plane itself. The plaque never made an appearance. Then we got our first glimpse. A Cessna.
Wow.
Some years before, the pilot came in, as rough weather did, and he crashed into the trees. There were no survivors. Sometime later, the engine was salvaged and the body taken out, but the rest of the plane was left to the mountain. Though it's a sad story, it is a fun hike to a site not everyone who comes here sees.
Right?
Yeah,
It's something strange.
that is cool. Wow. A Cessna.
The plane sustained quite a bit of damage from the wreck, and probably people afterwards.
Oh, wow.
Whatever left from.
Yeah. Pretty sizable debris field, yeah. Victor, this is really cool.
Interesting. It worth it, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah, totally. Totally. Wow. We would never have even known about this. So thanks, Victor.
Oh, you're welcome. Thank you. You never even heard about it?
Mm-mm.
Oh.
If I have, it's been so long that I've totally forgotten.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, this is completely new to me.
But it's cool. It's new for me too. I mean, it's like there's when we was working, guys says like, oh, you know what? It's like on Friday your day off. You gotta go on plan site.
Yeah.
I said, where is it? He said it's about an hour away. He never was here too. He liked hiking,
Yeah.
and he gave me direction. But without you, I wouldn't find it. Kind of.
I would not have found it without Stacey.
Right, and I just realized it's like why is they not pull debris out? Usually they do,
Yeah.
and just keep it here. Right? Interesting. But there's so much like debris. Oh man.
Yeah, bits of plane. Oh, that's a hatch.
Hatch or door, maybe?
Yeah, I think so. It looks like a door. It could be, I guess it could be any part of the plane.
We got a little one right there. Come on. Mr. Stacy, thank you very much. For your direction, it's so cool.
You've got pretty good internet up here. It's surprising.
That's good.
You have a door. It's like,
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
nothing left.
Yeah. Yeah, this is...
Engine's gone.
Yeah, there's no pieces over there. It's just...
Yeah. And look at this. How it's just crumpled.
Oh yeah, I guess it. Still working. We can fly.
Cool.
So much wires. Whew.
Now, for the trek back.
It's airplane.
We headed back out after navigating that dim trail back to the main pathway. We bid our farewell to Victor, a new friend and a lasting memory. A little worse for wear, Stacey and I share our thoughts on this awesome foray.
Okay, we are back out of that sketchy trail and we're back on the main trail. And we have seen the airplane and we're back to safety.
That was incredible. It was like everything you shouldn't do. Like, we scrambled up this little hill, and I thought I had a bottle of water in my purse, but I didn't. And instead of going back down, when we saw these two guys, they're like, hey, go up to the top. It's really cool. So I go up to the top. And then we're sort of up here, and it's like epic. And then Victor appears out of freaking nowhere. And it's like, do you know where the plane crashes? And I'm like, oh my goodness, no. But I Googled it. So I had the directions. So then it was 3 of us on the quest for the airplane. And it was really good. But it's everything you're like not supposed to do. But we were really open to it. And I'm happy we did it. And hopefully we won't die. We'll make it down to our car and get some water and snacks.